22nd of August. I am, after a long time, doing a solo sail today. Port control, port control, port control. This is Chantecler-Cape. Do you copy over?
Calling Captain Port Control.
Yes, morning port control. This is Chantecler. I just request permission to leave my mooring at the Royal Cape and head out into the bay, please. Over.
Permission granted. And the traffic information for 2 trucks entering the Duncan dock at the moment. We'll be shifting the vessel at between F and G bed in the Duncan dock. Please keep well clear of that movement.
Copy the movement between F and G dock, and I won't ask you if we can hoist the main in Duncan dock. I'll do that once we're outside. Thank you very much. Standing by in 1-4. Out.
Thank you.
So as you can see, I'm in Duncan dock still, and important always, if you're single-handed or short-handed, 2 people, always have a safety harness. You can see for the time being I've just put all the fenders at the back there. I'm still busy sorting that hatch out at the bottom there, but I've put Fritz up, the self-steerer. You can see he's all ready, and port control have told me I can't hoist the main in Duncan dock because in that corner there you can see the 2 tugs are going to pull that small container vessel out. So I want to get out here, but just wanted to show you there was fog earlier this morning, and it's a beautiful morning in Duncan dock. I've just hoisted the main, and it is up. Remember the 4 stages, those of you that are new to sailing. The main always comes in 4 stages. Sweat the main and it's hoisted. Free the topping lift, tension the kicker, and then you sheet in the main sheet. Your main is ready. So we're practically dead into the wind. So I'll show you. So when there's lots of halyard to get rid of, it's quite useful to coil it using the winches. So you can see I'm right-handed, so when you have lots of sheeting to get rid of, there we can see, and then I never put the halyard away. I always put the halyard in the corner here, because in an emergency that's what you're going to be using. All the others I can put in the bag. I don't have my bimini up. You can see this is the number 3, the tower on the end of the starboard breakwater wall coming into Table Bay Harbour. So there we have it. Fritz is all ready to go. We get some wind. Down there is Fran and Rick. Down in the distance there you can see. So yeah, we'll see what the wind's doing, but so far so good. And there looks like to be a bit of wind up ahead towards Robben Island, which is way in the distance there. You can't see Robben Island, but all those ships are facing southwest westerly, so I'm hoping that there's going to be a bit of a westerly breeze, so I can let the Genoa out and sail. Yeah.
Captain Port Control, Captain Port Control, Captain.
So the Genoa's out. Same thing again. Get rid of all the spare sheeting. There's a breeze of about 6 to 8 knots. This is the battery selector. You can see it's on 1. That's the engine battery. So now I've switched the engine off. So now I turn it through the top to 2. So those are the house batteries. So now everything else is working off the house battery. So I keep my engine battery always just for starting and for the windlass. Everything else goes on house batteries. So you can see we're doing 4.4. Our position, we're on channel 14. GPS is on, radio is on, and
Captain Port Control, this is your power.
it's quite cool still, so I'm going to put a jacket on because nice to stay warm. Don't wait until you get cold before you put warm clothes on. But there it is, look at that. Fritz is doing all the work for me. I just have to regularly keep a lookout that nothing's coming out. There is a ship supposed to come out of Duncan Dock. The tugs were busy as we were coming out. Way in the distance you can see Fran and Rick trying their new Jenica out. They've got the wind now. So yeah, we are sailing beautifully. And obviously normally I'd get rid of all the boys, okay, because I don't like even jerry cans on the deck and those sort of things. It just spoils the aesthetics of the boat. See, we're probably heeling at an angle of what's that, 10 degrees, 10 degrees heel. You can see the clinometer. And so the beauty of the stoves, the Gimbal stove, those of you that don't know, is it fits. So I've opened the stopcock and I'll use the gas key it's on. And I'll leave it. So now the kettle can't, remember always kettle goes north-south to the bow of the boat and the stern. Otherwise if you turn it that way and the stove gimbals, you're going to have the water pissing out this way or that way, which defeats the object. So remember that, a lot of people forget about that. So kettle always facing north-south in line with the long axis of the boat, the longitudinal axis of the boat. So there we are. The kettle will whistle when we're ready. And yeah, there we are.
Pure Magic, control. Captain Port Control, Pure Magic Hoisting.
This is Pure Magic sailing. Pure Magic sailing on Chantecler, sailing vessel Chantecler. Oh, what a pleasure. Love it. So you can see we're passing quite close to the bow of this boat. Just watching it. But what's happening is you can hear the hot water's boiling. Just want to make sure that I clear this bow safely before I go down below. You never know, the wind could drop and you could drift onto it. So don't take any chances. I don't want to make any strong coffee. So I still can't drink coffee and tea without 1 spoon of sugar.
Full control, full control, ocean search hoor. Ocean search, down for control. Yes, Captain, I'll finish what I see through. Request permission to enter port, receive the global over. Attention granted, you may proceed.
You may proceed, granted, over.
Thank you much, full control. Stand by 1 part.
So there's the rusks. So there we are.
Station calling, Cape Town Port Control, good morning.
Station calling Cape Town Port Control, good morning. Hello Captain, how are you Captain? Lekker my bro, hoe gaan het daar op die plaas jong? Lekker man, hoe is die vis?
Ja, okay.
So there's BBC BBC Nijhaven. Nijhaven sounds Dutch to me. South Africa, these things are called Brussels, and we dunk them in our coffee or tea. So they're as hard as nails. Very tasty. So, always a great thing in the morning. Cup of coffee. And a rusk.
Thank you very much. Standing by, one call.
Still in 23.7 meters of water. So I've got a way to go still to the beach. Dead ahead. But it's such lovely sailing. I'm just going to continue for a while. Doing 5.1 knots now. Still 8 knots of breeze. So Chantecler won the Cape to Rio in the cruising class in 1993, which was bought in 1986. And I'm the second owner. And you might be interested to know why the boat's called Chantecler. Well, those of you that know your English history know that Geoffrey Chaucer wrote the Canterbury Tales. And one of his characters was the rooster called Chantecler. And the original owners that I got the boat from were called Peggy and Joe de Kock. And de Kock, of course, is Afrikaans or Dutch for the rooster. So that's why they named the boat Chantecler. And I've always loved the name. And also the previous boat the whale landed on was called Intrepid. So I thought, as you know, the Saint, I put the Saint on the logo, but Intrepid, the Saint was a very intrepid character, as you know. So yeah, I've had two very interesting names for the last two boats. I must say I love Chantecler. But you hear all sorts of things, you know, on the Rio trip, when they did the Rio trip in '93, people didn't know the name of the boat, so they would call them up as Chocolate Eclair, Chocolate Eclair, Chocolate Eclair. Come in. So yeah, never a dull moment. But she sails beautifully. I've rigged her so she can sail her single-handedly. I can put the second and the third reef in the mainsail here from the cockpit. I've got an inner forestay for a staysail in stronger winds and a storm jib. And I've put an additional stay next to the roller furler in front. I don't know if you can see that. There's a roller furler, and then next to the, you'll see there's a stay. I've had that stay put in so that I can hank this number 3 jib on there, or any other sail if I want to. I'm not a great fan of furling genoas. My students know I always say either you have the genoa fully out or you have it fully furled away, because when you start furling these things they look like a dog's breakfast. Personal opinion, so I'd rather just have a sail that's a lot more effective. So genoa works brilliantly. If I need to furl it with winds over 20 knots, etc., then I would use this number 3 jib and I'd hank it on that other forestay. And if the wind is even stronger, 25-30 knots or more, then I use the staysail. There's an inner forestay that I can attach and use the staysail. So we've got lots of options on the boat. And for today's setup, I mean, what are we doing? 7, 8 knots, and we're doing it. So as you can see, Table Bay, we're nearly right across Table Bay towards Bloeberg Strand. It's one of those classic views of Cape Town. The beauty is, of course, that we sail here all year round. In Europe, come October and November, it starts getting freezing and you really can't sail. It's very unpleasant. Even the Med can get quite cold. So here we sail all year round. There's still snow on the mountains. We've had a cold snap. We've had lots of rain this season. But you know, you put longs on and you wear a little bit of a pair of salopettes and a warm jacket, and you put a beanie on, and you literally sail all year round. So we're expecting spring to start soon. But what a magnificent view. I never ever tire of that view. No day is ever the same. Absolutely amazing. So welcome to sailing in with the Cape Town Sailing Academy and Chantecler. Lekker in die Kaap my broer. So I'm going to tack. So I'll free the self-steerer. Sails backing, so there we go. So now I'll just set her again. That is fine. Adjust the sails in a minute. That's it. Telltales are flying. Is doing his job. So now I get rid of loose stuff out of the way. So we're on a bit of a close reach, 60 degrees off the wind. If you see, the wind's dropped a bit. We're only doing, it's only just over 4 or 5 knots, but we're on 60 between close and the beam reach. Our speed is 3.4. Speed through the water, I need to clean the paddle wheel again. It's not as accurate. So I've put out a lure. The speed's only 3 knots, which is nice. It could be a little bit faster, but rather slow than too fast, because mostly you sail too quickly for trawling. So this is, we'll see if anything bites the lure. It looks similar to this, but looks more like a silver mackerel, but this is the kind of lure that I've got out there. See from the back next to Fritz, there's the bungee cord. So if something takes it, the bungee will take up the shock. And let's see if anything happens. Who knows, maybe tonight sushi night, who knows. Here you can see, here she is. Don't know how good the camera will show anything, but you can have a good idea. So let's do a little video for Fran and Rick so they can see their boat when she comes past. And 12 o'clock. Sure. Hey, hey! I'm trying to catch a fish. The speed's perfect, about 3.8. It's perfect for trawling. Yeah, I know, I mean, you know, you can't appreciate it when you go so fast. You don't know, life is zooming past you so quickly, you don't know what's going on. You can't smell the roses, you know. Yeah, you watch out for the whale. Where did you see him? Yeah, they often go in there, okay. Yeah. Okay. Enjoy your sail.